Arya arrived at Frontier Station Helion with the bearing of someone who had never once doubted her own importance. Her stride was steady, regal, and edged with silent challenge. The moment she stepped from her shimmering transport, the air around her shifted. Officers straightened. Civilians whispered. Even the station lights cast their reflections in subdued patterns, as if acknowledging royalty. Arya expected such reactions. In her empire, she was trained to anticipate admiration wherever she walked. Her reputation as a prodigy in strategy, diplomacy, and combat had long traveled ahead of her. Her visit was meant to be simple. A diplomatic tour. A demonstration of goodwill between humankind and her starborn people. Negotiations concerning a rare mineral both civilizations desired would follow. She was prepared to be obeyed by her entourage, flattered by station leadership, and treated with ceremonial respect by every guard she passed. It was the natural order of things. She never imagined that one quiet human would leave her expectations in disarray. That quiet human was Tom. He stood among other guards when she disembarked, helmet tucked under one arm, posture straight but unassuming. Tom had always been a shy man. No one had ever called him a hero or a prodigy. His presence blended easily into the background, and he liked it that way. He focused on following regulations, completing his shifts, and avoiding unnecessary attention. When the princess walked past him, he gave a respectful nod. Not a bow, not an awestruck stare, just a calm and steady acknowledgement. Arya noticed that. She noticed that he did not scramble to impress her, did not display nervous trembling, did not attempt flattery. She also noticed that he did not look away. His gaze met hers for a brief moment, steady and honest. That single instant unsettled her more than she cared to admit. For the first time in recent memory, someone looked at her without fear or reverence. It irritated her. It intrigued her. During the following days, Arya's schedule filled with meetings and formal receptions. Diplomats draped in decorated uniforms spoke in elaborate phrases. Station leaders welcomed her with extended speeches full of admiration. Scientists offered demonstrations of human engineering. Through it all, she maintained the poised arrogance expected of her. Yet her attention kept wandering back to one specific face when she passed through the halls. Tom kept guarding the corridors assigned to her escort rotations. He remained quiet as always, speaking only when duty required. He followed protocol with meticulous focus. Unlike others, he did not attempt conversation outside necessity. He did not try to charm her or earn favor. He was simply present, steady, and unknowingly disarming. Arya found herself glancing at him more than she intended. Beneath her outward pride, curiosity bloomed. One evening, during a scheduled inspection of the station's planetary observatory, Arya encountered Tom again. The walkway leading to the observatory was quiet, illuminated by sweeping blue lights along the floor. For reasons she could not yet explain, Arya lingered near the observation glass while her entourage moved ahead. Tom remained at his post near the entrance, watching the corridor behind her. A moment passed before she addressed him. "Guard," she said, turning toward him. "Do you consider yourself brave?" Tom blinked, uncertain why this question was directed at him. "I consider myself responsible, Princess. Brave is a word others decide." Arya tilted her head, studying him. "Most humans I meet rush to declare themselves courageous. You do not." "I would rather act than boast," Tom replied quietly. "Boasting feels unnecessary." His answer held no arrogance, no attempt to impress, just truth. Arya felt something shift inside her. She stepped closer, examining him as if he were a puzzle refusing to align with her expectations. "You look at me differently than others," she observed. "I look at everyone with respect," Tom said. "No more than you deserve. No less than others deserve." The statement struck her like an unexpected gust of wind. Her empire taught hierarchy from childhood, superiority at the top, deference from the bottom. Yet here stood a guard who offered respect not as submission, but as a measure shared with all. It was a concept she rarely encountered, and the simplicity of it unsettled her composure. Over the next week, Arya found excuses to cross paths with Tom. She inspected hallways that did not require inspection. She asked for additional tours of the training sector. She even requested rearrangements in her escort rotation, claiming a desire to observe human guard formations. Her advisors remained baffled. Tom remained unaware of her motives. Each interaction revealed something new. Tom listened with genuine interest when she spoke of her empire's history. He asked questions that challenged her assumptions. He never pretended to understand everything, yet he respected the complexities of her world. In turn, Arya found herself admiring human characteristics she once dismissed as primitive. Their adaptability, their honesty, their willingness to stand firm even when fragile. She discovered humor in Tom's dry remarks. She discovered quiet strength in the way he handled emergencies without panic. She discovered gentleness in the way he guided civilians during evacuation drills. Most of all, she discovered how easily he treated her as a person rather than a symbol. One night, after a long diplomatic summit, Arya asked for a private walk through the station gardens. Her advisors objected. Tom volunteered to accompany her. The walkway curved through artificial vegetation, arranged to mimic forests from several human continents. Arya inhaled the earthy scent, feeling the tension of the day fade. "Tom," she said softly, "do you fear me?" He looked at her in the dim garden light, his eyes reflecting the gentle glow of bioluminescent leaves. "No," he answered. "You are strong, but strength is not something to fear." "Many fear me," she replied. "Because they see your power," Tom said. "I see your intentions." Arya felt warmth rise in her chest. It startled her more than any threat she had faced in combat training. She stopped walking, turning toward him fully. Her heart beat with a rhythm she had not experienced before. Something unspoken filled the space between them. "Tom," she said, her voice quieter than she intended, "I find myself thinking of you more than I should." Tom froze. He had protected diplomats before, but never had he imagined a princess would look at him with such open sincerity. His pulse quickened. His face warmed. The shyness that defined him surged forward, yet he did not step back. "I think of you as well," he admitted. "More than I expected." They stood in silence, not uncomfortable, but heavy with meaning. The garden lights shimmered around them as if witnessing the moment with gentle approval. But the universe rarely allows peaceful moments to last. The following day, a security breach rattled the station. A faction opposing the mineral negotiations attempted sabotage, targeting the diplomatic wing. Explosions rippled through lesser corridors. Emergency sirens blared. Arya's advisors rushed to secure her evacuation. Tom sprinted through smoke-filled passages to reach her. Arya refused to flee. She ordered her guards to open the sealed doors so she could help defend the civilians trapped in the affected sector. Her advisors protested. Tom supported her decision. Together, they moved toward the danger, side by side. When a damaged support beam collapsed near a group of technicians, Tom threw himself forward, shielding Arya while pulling the civilians clear. Debris crashed around them. Heat surged. Metal groaned. Tom guided Arya through the smoke with unwavering resolve. Witnesses later claimed that the princess fought with the ferocity of a star-born warrior, while the shy human guard matched her bravery step for step. Neither left the other's side. They stabilized injured civilians, sealed ruptured panels, and coordinated rescue teams. Their partnership became the turning point that prevented greater catastrophe. When the crisis ended, the station leadership held an emergency assembly. Reports spread quickly. Arya and Tom became symbols of cooperation between their species. What astonished everyone was not just their heroic coordination, but the unspoken connection evident between them. Even those unfamiliar with human emotion sensed the bond forming. Arya's empire expected her to leave once the negotiations concluded. Tradition dictated political distance. Yet tradition meant little compared to the clarity she found in the fire of crisis. She realized that Tom's presence grounded her in ways no court advisor ever had. She found her pride reshaped by his humility, her confidence strengthened by his sincerity. On the final day of her visit, Arya approached Tom at the docking platform. Delegates and guards stood nearby, but she ignored them. She stepped close enough that her voice reached only him. "Tom," she said, "I do not wish this connection to end." He swallowed, struggling to maintain composure. "Neither do I," he replied. "My return to my empire will raise challenges," she continued. "Some will question this bond. Some will object. But I no longer care. One choose my own path." Tom's heart pounded. "What path do you choose?" Arya lifted her chin with familiar regal strength, tempered now by softer emotion. "I choose the path that leads to you." The platform fell silent. Delegates stared. Guards exchanged stunned glances. No one dared interrupt. Tom stepped forward, gathering courage drawn from every moment they had shared. "Then I will follow that path with you," he said. Arya reached out her hand. Tom took it. In that simple gesture, two worlds shifted. What happened next astonished everyone. Arya extended her diplomatic stay in,